Hey everybody, it's Elizabeth and Joanne with World's Cup of Joe, Awaken Your Soul. For those that are new here, welcome to our channel. This is your home for balanced energy and your twin flame connection. We show you and guide you into learning the energy of this connection and really learning how to balance your energy so that you could either bring and magnetize your twin flame back, or you can maintain a permanent relating experience with them based on where you are at in your journey. So with that being said, we got this great question from one of our beautiful soul fam that we want to go over with you guys because it's an interesting question, and I've heard it from other people, so we're going to go over it. The question is, can the polarity swing back and forth, or am I always going to be the positive polarity? Or for those of you that don't know, the divine feminine. Can you switch back and forth between divine feminine and divine masculine, or will you always be the divine feminine? And a little bit of backdrop on this question from this beautiful soul was that there have been many times that she has felt like her person has been the one chasing her and her pulling from her person up until pretty much soul recognition, and that's when her addictive energy and her chase began. But there have been instances where it was really her divine masculine that was doing all of the chasing. So she wanted to know, can the polarity switch back and forth? Joanne, let's get started.
Oh my goodness, my love, this is such a deep question. So let's first kind of break down the energy, right? So in the beginning, they're going to have to chase the F out of you, love, because this is going to be an activation of soul. So this can't just be like, oh, I kind of like you a little bit, have a great day, and then they leave. We're not going to experience a dark night with that. You're going to be swoon over the moon, like, what the flying F is this? And it's not even really what they say. It's like how they just see you. They see you like right through the mind, right? All of the mind, all the persona, all of the things that usually matter for most relating experiences doesn't apply with this one. And they will literally allow you to be confirmed in your connection, right? So they're going to have to chase the F out of you without even knowing that they are your person. So in the beginning, it has to be that way for the bubble face to happen. And sometimes a lot of divine feminines, they're going to be like, what the hell? Like, they're all over me. They wanted to be with me. They was moving mountains for me. And then they just pulled the rug under me. And it's like, what the hell happened? How can we go from talking every day to nothing? And so that's that activation. Before soul recognition, your divine masculine has to chase the F out of you so you can experience the unconditional love that allows you to do the inner work to maintain that soul energy. And while you align with soul, while you are being, you're gonna pull. You will. You're going to experience ways where you're like, I'm going to focus on me right now. And I'm just going to have to block and delete anything that reminds me of this person because I'm done with the obsessive energy. I'm done with the addictive energy. I'm going to focus on me. And then they find you. They find you because soul allows them to come back in your space. Now, what happens is it's not that the push and pull change and now you're the divine masculine, because you're always going to be the divine feminine. You're always going to be the divine feminine because you are the positive polarity. You were created to be the awakened one. You don't just automatically start being asleep. You don't just automatically stop getting the oneness download. You're always going to be the one awakened to this connection. Yes, you might not be as aggressive with your way to get the connection going, right? But you'll always have the obsessive addictive energy. And even though when you're fully in soul or the addictive energy is so crazy and they do weird stuff, it doesn't mean they turn into the divine feminine. The polarities always go the same. You're the positive polarity. You are the awakened one. You are the one that knows this connection, understands it, and you're the one that can balance it. Your person in the beginning will be very aggressive. And your person will also continue to pursue you when you're aligned with soul. So it may look like the polarities have changed, but really that's not what's changing. What's changing is you. You are changing your energy. In the beginning, your person was able to come and be in your space because the polarities haven't been activated yet. That's why we're all so confused, because we were able to be in mind with our person. And then when they come back and when you're pulling, right? And really you're not pulling, even though it looks like that's what it looks like. You're really just going within. You're going through solitude. You're experiencing peace. That's that purification between the connection, where you can't all no longer be together in the physical until you've sorted out all of the push energy that's coming between the both of you guys, stuck in obsessive addictive energy that puts and keeps you in mind about your person, and then puts your person in mind about anything else but you. When you shift into that and get into soul, they will pursue you. They will want you. They will crave you. They will want to be with you. It's going to be like really active. That's what happens to a lot of people in the detox. They experience the detox. They go soul mode on their own. They focus on themselves, kind of like pulling, the way the person described it here. But really all they're doing is becoming one with their self, which then internally, that oneness alignment allows the external to match the oneness inside. But you will never be you now becoming the runner as far as the DM. You may want to pull so you can get back into solitude, but you're still going to be the only one that it's more like a knowing that you're one. And for your person, it's going to be innate. It's going to be natural. It's going to be them just popping up because you're of your energy that's matching it. So no one, the polarities don't change. Just like a battery, the positive and the negative does one job, right? It goes one way from you to your person. That's where the energy goes. And so your person will always be the one that will run from your addictive energy when you push. But, and this is where I think this beautiful soul is asking about, why do they sometimes pursue me and sometimes they're running from me? That's where the polarities look like it's shifting, but really all you're doing is you're no longer pushing. And if you're no longer pushing, then your person can see you and now be in your space. When you said, I'm going to focus on me, when you decide this is too much and I don't really want to be around them, when you decide to detox, for example, that's you no longer pushing. And when you're no longer pushing, your person is no longer pulling. There's really nothing happening that's keeping you apart, because you're now allowing the both of you to be in the same space when you're no longer trying to control everything through mind. That's the difference. The polarities didn't change. It's just you shifted your mode in no longer pushing that energy to your person and now allowing yourself to be in the place where they are drawn back in through the energy. So it's all energetic, and the energy will always play the same. And it's based on you being in mind and you being in soul. When you're in mind, they pull. When you're soul, you pull them in. They may act different, and you may also act different, but it will always match the energy of you being in soul, being in mind. That's going to be the constant thing. That's what makes this journey the TF journey. It will always be based on the positive polarities alignment. Because your person, they're just in for the ride, my love, because they're the unconscious one. They are the subconscious. You are the conscious one. And they'll never be as awakened as you are in the journey, because they weren't created that way. No matter how much you pull and run, you're still going to feel and know everything you know. You're still going to be the one watching YouTube videos. You're still going to be the one seeking truth. Your person, they aren't driven to be in this knowing the way you are, because you were created to be the one to move all of the knowing together. You're basically the one awakened. And then your person is the one asleep to it. They are the one in the meat check, and you're the one in the 5D. So that is the energetic difference. They may get glimpses of 5D, which is when our person acts crazy and they come to us and they will do everything to be with us. But as soon as we forget we are in the 5D and try to meet them in the 3D is when they no longer can be with us in 3D, in the physical. So deep.
So this is where I'm going to expand. And we've said this before, this is a being journey connection. It is not a doing connection. And this is exactly what we're talking about when we say that. So when you're saying, well, my person was chasing me, when you're aligned and you're not focused on them, they will be the one doing. You don't have to do anything but be. And when you're being, you will see them do all of the doing. And it looks differently. Obviously, every personality, every person is going to do the chasing sort of differently. But that's sort of what you're seeing. You're seeing yourself being and you're seeing them doing. And I think that's sort of the confusion is like when we're in addictive energy, mind wants to do everything and we see them pull. So this is what that is like, okay, when I was not pursuing, I wasn't chasing, I wasn't in addictive energy, they were the ones all over me. And so like I said, everyone's divine masculine is going to do that a little bit different. It's not going to all be the same, but it's going to all be essentially the same in the context of they will be the one doing. When Joanne, when you and I say we don't make plans, we let our person initiate everything, that's because that's when they're able to. If we're the ones trying to make future plans, we're in mind and we're now pushing. We are now in that role of doing, and they can't be around us when we're doing because doing is mind. Soul is the watcher. Soul is the observer. Soul doesn't do. Soul bees, if that resonates with you. Soul just is. So when you're thinking I need to do, that's now mind, and your person can't do. They just can't. It's the opposite energy. They can't be doing if you're doing. So that's what this question is sort of all about. And it's really cool to see because it emphasizes so much the importance of just merely being, allows them to start chasing, allows them to be drawn in, allows them to do the doing. It's really, really cool.
Yeah. And all you have to do is be. All you have to do is be. That's why the polarities got activated, to show you who you are and to be aligned with soul. So now you're being asked to be. And guess what, my love? You don't have to do anymore. Look at that. Everything is now shifted to where you get to be, and the doing is what comes to you. We love you all, beautiful souls. We hope you guys have an amazing day. Bye, love.
Bye, love.